Okay, so for my breakfast this morning, I'm going to have some porridge. I'm going to have some banana in it, some apples, some cinnamon, and I'm going to use soya milk to make the porridge up. So I will show you as I've done it. Okay, so this is my breakfast this morning. So I have got a nice big cup of coffee. I've got my porridge there with my apple, banana, cinnamon, and I've got a drizzle of the Algarve syrup on the top, and my maca powder and acai powder is all in there as well. So this is my breakfast this morning. Okay, so for today for lunch we're making a bit of a brunch. So we've got some bacon here, some mushrooms, some cherry tomatoes that I've picked from the garden this morning, and some baked beans, and also I've got some eggs as well which I'm going to use. So I'm going to put into the oven the bacon, the mushrooms and the tomato and just let them cook for about half an hour. Okay, so we got our eggs cooking away here in the pan. So we got one each. I'm cooking for 3 of us today for the brunch. Okay, so my brunch is all ready. So I've got 1 egg, I've got 3 slices of bacon, I've got some mushrooms, cherry tomatoes and a spoon of beans. So this is for my lunch today. Okay, so I'm making up some butternut squash soup as well for the week. So I've got a couple of butternut squashes here, and I've got some little shallots as well that I'm going to add in there, and some stock cubes as well. So I'll show you as I'm making it. Okay, so here's my butternut squash all cut up. I've got my stock cubes in there. I've got 3, they are rather large shallots, so I'm just going to chuck those in. Now I will pop it on the pan, cook it off for a good half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. Okay, so here is the butternut squash soup. So I've got a nice container of it there, which will probably do for work one day for lunches, and a nice big jug of the soup as well. So super easy, just 2 butternut squashes with some veggie stock cubes with the shallot onions, and that is it. That's all that goes into it, and it tastes absolutely delicious. Okay, so for dinner tonight we are going to make homemade chips, and we are all going to have steak with it as well. And I'm going to find some veggies. I've got some long stem broccoli, I think it is, in the freezer, so I'm going to have a look in a minute and check. So I'm going to peel up some potatoes and cut them up into chips, and then we will have steak, and we will fry the steak with a bit of salt and pepper in a tiny bit of olive oil, but I'll show you as we go. Okay, so here we have the cut up chips. All I've done is put a tiny bit of olive oil on there with a little bit of sea salt, and all I'll do is pop them in the oven, and they'll take about half an hour to cook. Okay, so here's my dinner. So we've got our steak and chips, and we were still pretty full after we'd had the brunch, so we're not going to have anything else with it, just this. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to add the Weight Watchers points as well to each of the pictures of my meal, so you can see, because I used to always do it, but I kind of got out of the habit of it, so I'm going to start doing it again so you can see. So thank